Hey, I'm Ryan. I grew up in North Queensland, a little city called Mackay up there. I was raised in a secular household. My parents' marriage broke down when I was about 12, and leading on from that, I sort of ended up living with mum, and she was having dramas controlling me, not because she was a bad parent, but I was mainly just a terrible kid at the time. And that sort of ended in me starting to take drugs and drink a lot by the time I was about 14. But going down that path with drugs and alcohol, it really made me hit a rock bottom by the time I was sort of 19. I was suicidal. Basically, I didn't want to live anymore, and I couldn't see a good reason why not to. But there was a niggling little voice inside of me saying that you need to get to the bottom of this before you go making any drastic decisions like ending your life. So I realised that I had this hole in my heart that needed to be filled. Long story short, this led me to the New Age movement. The thing is, when I started to really get into these sorts of things, some spiritual experiences sort of started to come into my life, which started to rattle my atheism up a little bit. There were some things happening in my life that I couldn't explain away with a naturalistic worldview. As soon as you start going down that path, the enemy is right there to start filling that vacuum for you, that spiritual vacuum that we've all got when you start to look at things that are sort of more important and above and beyond ourselves. The enemy is right there to step in and offer you all these sorts of deceptions just to lead you away from the truth, the one and only truth that is in Jesus Christ. This deception that I was involved in ended up bringing me to a rock bottom that was even worse than when I started on this truth-seeking journey when I was 19. I decided that the one thing I was never open-minded to, which is Christianity, I was going to have a actual proper look into it. After a while, it got to the point where I was really kicking and screaming, not wanting to become a Christian, but it was taking me more faith to remain in the deception I was in than it was to believe in Jesus. I bit the bullet and got on my knees and decided to give my life to God, and that's when the testimony really started, and it's still going right now. But God's doing amazing things in my life now. He's given me a heart for other people that I've never had, and he's given me reason, he's given me purpose, and it's not a crutch, it's not a false sense of security. It's the it's the supernatural peace of knowing that you've found the one and only truth, which is amazing. I had a peace that I couldn't describe in any other way, but being, the way that's spoken about in Scripture, that impossible peace that Jesus gives you and only Jesus gives you.